time, if you want to chill in the studio for a little while and check out the art and the music, definitely go to my YouTube channel. It just has a better view than what the phone camera can give. So KNX. Alright, cool. But yeah, like I said, we're live on YouTube now. My YouTube channel is just my name, Travis Prince. So if you look it up, you should be able to find me. Most of my stuff is labeled as painting with the Prince. So, oh wow, I'm making a mess over here. Yeah, I just got paint all over the thing. And then after I saw it, because I get paint on stuff and don't see that it's on something else, and then I pick that something else up and then take it to me, and then I spread it all throughout the house, and then my girlfriend is like, why is there paint on the curtains? And I'm like, I don't know. Why is there paint on the tub? I don't know. Why is there paint on the dog? I don't know. And then I looked and like, oh, there's paint on my hands. There's paint on everything in this house, y'all. On the pots and the pans, the couch, the carpet. It's just like, why is there paint everywhere? I've tried my best. I try my best. But yeah. So, like I said, go on YouTube. Catch you guys later. Peace. No, my bad. Gotta turn this music on.
Yo, what's good? Yeah, cut out on me, bro. That shit dropped me like a bad habit. But then I had the Wi-Fi on the tablet as well. Like I said, the internet, man, it can't handle the everything like that. The tablet, the phone, the the PlayStation, like something got to go. And I keep forgetting to turn the Wi-Fi off on the tablet. Oh well. Yep. And then we got two different channels on the John. I got the regular channel, then I got the 5G channel. And I try to keep the consoles on the 5G channel, and that shit still be cutting off sometimes, bro. Yeah. Do that before the fall. Whatever. Let's get some paint in the paint, yeah. Alright. Yo, Piggy. Happy Monday. Alright, we have to lift this up, so. And then lift this up. Oh, that might be too high now. Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna drop this back down. Right there. It should be pretty good. Gonna be working on the headphones. Well, not really, cause you're you're hardwired. So it's the just the bandwidth from the Wi-Fi signal is the damn issue. I really fucked this part up, but before I wait, I gotta straighten that out. It ain't gotta look straight. It ain't gotta be straight. Just gotta look straight. I don't even know what the hell that sound was. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. What the hell was that? Had a little pop sound just now. Yeah, my homie just texted me. So I told one of my homies to watch this anime because she's an artist too, yo. Y'all watch this anime about. Oh damn, I can do that part real quick, or at least. Oh man, yeah, I was gonna start on the headphones, but damn it, man, I need to. There's some stuff that goes on this on the cover right here. Fuck. All right, I just saw that. Well, but yeah, so I don't know how I came across. I don't know. I try to find new animes. I'm so biased now because I come from like the old school anime and a lot of new anime. That shit just don't be really catching my attention, yo. But I still try. I still try a lot of animes, and really haven't found anything like that I want to watch all the way through. Especially when it's like a series or something. But I came across this one anime called Blue Period, and I'm like, okay, what is? So the animation itself looks pretty clean and sharp. So that's what made me like even pause to look at it. Like the drawing itself, I like that looks nice. And it's Blue Period. So I read the description, and it's about this kid trying to get into art school. There's no guns, no mechas, no cyborgs, no aliens, no zombies, no nothing. It's just regular people, yo. It's just a story about a kid trying to get into art school. That shit was good as hell, man. It was such a good story to me that I started recommending it to like other art buddies that I know. So I told like three other people about it, and so one of them, she's actually watching it, and she texted me the other day. She's like, "Oh man, this show is awesome. You know, it got me really want to paint again." I was like, "Yo, I know you'd like that shit, yo. And I know you'll like that shit." And then she just texted me just now and said, it's definitely got me paying more attention to the feeling and composition of art. We definitely need another smoke night to dive into it. I'm like, yo, so she's watching that show Hard Body, and I told her like, it's a cool show for artists. If you like art and you don't want like no cop drama or some alien space saga, and just you want like a cool story, it's pretty damn good, yo. Blue Period. It's an anime on Netflix. Yo, what's good? What's good? If you say no superheroes, I will not see it. What about Super Crooks? That shit was funny as hell, yo. And Jupiter's Legacy and all that good shit. Invincible, that shit was good. I'm waiting for another season of fucking Invincible, yeah. But then there's this one dude that I found on YouTube. He just reads comic books to you, but he shows you like every page in the comic book. It's pretty fucking good, man. So I watched like Jupiter's Legacy. I watched the whole comic book series on that shit. He did The Boys. He did Preacher. He did Sweet Tooth, and then there was another one. Like you just sit there and like this motherfucker will literally he just literally reads the comic books to you. It's so fucking cool. And I love, like, my favorite genre of anime is the cyberpunk type anime, like Desert Punk or um, Ghost in the Shell or like Cowboy Bebop and shit like that, like the kind of cyberpunk type shit. That's the anime I be going for. That shit gotta have some guns and some something in that shit. But that Blue Period, it kind of remember. Damn, and that other anime has the same color in it. This old anime called Perfect Blue. It's just this like, it's this weird like psychodrama. But once again, it ain't got no aliens or nothing like that in there, yo. No superheroes or nothing. It's about this girl. She's a pop star, and like she starts to slowly lose her fucking mind, yo. And like, I don't know, almost like a Britney Spears type scenario where like this really, really, really famous person just has this fucking is starting to have like a public breakdown. Like Kanye or some shit. And so it tells a story like about that, yo, about this pop star who has like this nervous breakdown, but then she realized it was like planned. Like motherfuckers was fucking with her mind and like trying to play tricks with her mind and shit to make her have a breakdown, yo. It was weird as shit. But every once in a while, like a story like that, especially in the anime, it'll really catch me, yo. If the animation is good. The artist is really a dead ghost. No. No. That would be too obvious. That'd be too obvious. Who couldn't write that? You watch too many cliche movies, man. Spoiler. He was dead the whole time. Nah, we've heard that before. But yeah, I'm happy that she actually is watching it and that she enjoys that shit though, because I really enjoyed it. It was like some weird parts in there, but I still really enjoyed that shit. some of the beats I'm playing around with, trying to really see what I'm gonna do with this thing right here. I don't know yet. I might flip it over one more time or some other shit, or add like some more heavier drum kicks in it. God, why can't I get this right, yo? I can listen to this one all day, yo. What up, guys? What up, everybody? My bad. I was in the zones. Yo, Boozy. What? What's good, people? So yeah, just detailing that. I'm gonna still come back and try to straighten most of these letters up, especially the black letters. I'm gonna come back with some white and try to go around them and tighten, especially some of these letters up here. But you know how we do with all the lettering. It's like the readers, but only it's selling fucking CDs and shit now. Yo, that beat smooth, right? That beat smooth, right? Let me take a bathroom break. I'm gonna let it run through while I go to the bathroom. Be right back, guys. Everybody so groovy. Han Solo burger again. Oh yeah. About the last beat. I tried to put like a couple of more together last night, but I really ain't. I don't know what to do with them right now. So I just been going back listening to like some of the other shit I made. I might delete this one, and the only reason I say that because I really don't even listen to it that much anymore. Sound like you saying run nigga, yo. Or is that just me? Run nigga. Oh no. Nigga. Oh nigga. So I named this one Run Nigga because it sounds like she's saying run nigga. I don't hardly listen to that shit no more. I might, I don't know, use them same sounds again or some other shit. I only got like a few favorite beats on this shit right now. And I said I made enough where I am gonna start deleting more of these shits because I mean look at all the files I have saved now. Like, I think it's 5 on a row. 5. Go back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38 beats. Yo, it's GarageBand, bro. GarageBand. This shit is free. Yo, GarageBand. Don't you know, like, it's a pre-installed app. When I got the iPhone 11, like, there's just apps that are pre-installed on there. And GarageBand I've been not known about it, but I've been seeing this shit. It's been on my phone over, like, 2 years now. I never, ever, ever even thought to fucking click on that shit, yo. And then my homegirl came over to hang out one time. She brought her tablet over. And she was like, I want y'all to listen to some beats I made. And I'm like, yo, that shit hot as fuck. Where you make that shit at? GarageBand. A free app, yo. This shit is free. And it has like thousands of pre-recorded samples and riffs. And you can literally make your own drum kicks, pianos, all that shit, yo. The MPC beats, It's all okay. It's pre-installed on Apple products, and like I say, so I've been had access to this shit. I just never used it. Yeah. And I don't know if you're bored and there's nothing on TV to watch, I be just trying to find shit to occupy my mind, man. Cause my mind be wandering sometimes. I be needing to do something, and so like I don't know. Sometimes like right before bed, I don't feel like coming back in the studio and painting, or I don't feel like reading the next chapter out the book or whatever. So I was like, this is like another perfect creative filler. It's a little tablet game, but like you are making something. You are being like creative. And so I just, you see, I just do this shit more now. Like, I don't know. I feel you. Y'all old school guys know how to make beats for real, man. This is for newbies and laymen's who just want to have fun. If you just want to make some sounds that sound cool to you, like this is the thing to do. Them MPC motherfuckers, y'all be trying to sell y'all beats, man. 250 a beat, nigga. 250 a beat. Y'all want $75 an hour to DJ a party and shit. See, I ain't that guy. Where's? I think this one was kind of hot, yeah. You know, my girl at work, she works from home, so I can't have it too loud when she downstairs trying to work, you know.
She don't stop.
Watch out, you trying to get too comfortable. Alright, so we added that little bit down there. So that's most of the lettering is done on there. There's oh damn, a little bit you can see on the front of the case. And I think I might have to do that part now too. Alright. I was gonna work on the headphones, but I guess I'm gonna be doing lettering some more. We're gonna need Alright, so let's see. I doubt if I read it. I know the black that you talk about. I can't think his last name though. Roland. He got like a little news show. I don't know. This ain't his first book though, is it? I need to finish reading the last book I got, cause it's not even that big, yo.
What one?
Countering the Conspiracy.
Juwanza.
Mm-hmm. Confucius. Kawambe.
Kawambe?
Kawambe.
Why I always say his name and then you say it wrong and then I'll be all messed up. His name is Juwanza, right?
That's how you say it?
Kunjunfu.
Kunjufu.
Juwanza Kunjufu.
Yeah, he was writing books back in the 80s. And I got one of his, I'm not sure if I one of his first books, because that's one of his like major talking points. So I went and doubt if it's like one of his first publications from like in the 80s. I didn't even check the publish date on it, but I had got that a couple weeks ago. Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. Okay. So it's gonna be something like this.
Jesse has special needs. Said you will get however much. That's a lot of zeros. $10 trillion.
Yeah. I need to see that, bro.
I mean, look how many zeros they put. That's past $1 billion or like, God damn.
Yeah. That much?
Alright, Jesse. Well, make it happen.
You got the faith.
You like being a wife? Like being a wife as opposed to a girlfriend? I like definitely,
I don't know why that just popped up, like, and opened up and all that. I'm not even subscribed to Oprah.
On Oprah.
Oprah and Beyonce. Do you like being a wife? Yeah.
Do you like being his wife?
Right, she's like, yeah, I mean, I like being a wife.
We are a girlfriend. Was that an old interview?
Mm-hmm.
Man, who's gonna,
before they had kids.
I gotta say, who's gonna ask a married woman with kids that question?
Even, we're not married. And if somebody was like, do you like being a girlfriend? I'd be like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what is that?
No, the question is, do you like having a boyfriend? Yes, I like having a boyfriend. Do I like being a wife? I don't know. I don't want to do nothing at all. No, I don't like that shit. It's just part of the requirements. You want roast for, brisket for lunch tomorrow, or you want chicken? The leftover chicken?
Oh, it don't matter which one.
Whatever you want tonight. Whatever you don't eat tonight, that's what you're getting for lunch tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's up to you. If you eat the chicken again tonight, then and break it up a little bit.
Wow, that's a lot brighter than the first color.
Jimmy Brown said LOL.
That's a lot of zeros, ain't it, Jimmy?
Jesse said, Jesse has special needs, said that's what you get if you do a painting for me.
Oh, damn. This motherfucker must be the Sultan or something. You got some A-Rap money, bro?
A Nonillion has 30 zeros. Okay, Shaman. I can always count on Shaman to come through with the random ass facts. We trying to figure some shit out. I'm like, how many zeros is that? That's too many to even count. Shaman come back and say, no.
Just seen it on Jeopardy.
Oh, Jesse, you're a gamer, huh? Jesse has quite a few subscribers and videos. 894 videos.
Uh-oh. Get them views up, bro.
Yeah, you got 12,000 views. Okay. All right, Jesse. You might got a 9 million for us. Come through with the money.
Yo, you got it. You got Sifu? It's the only game I care about right now. I really don't know why. That game is just like so fucking addicting, but it is, yo.
Cole Sear says, I'm ready to tell you my secret now.
Okay. You ready to tell us your secret?
Okay.
Because this is a public forum. You talking about tell you, me, and everybody else in the room.
A lot of people on here today. It's a nice day, y'all. Everybody up and about. I see dead people. How you know they're dead?
If you can see them.
And if they're dead, are they really people? Ooh.
And can you prove this to me?
Fuck, can you prove it? Are they scary dead people? Do you see them in your sleep, or you just see them when you're awake? You see them when you look in the mirror? These are the kind of questions I have to ask. Do they like follow you around and attack the people that you're near? Because I don't want to start seeing dead people after this. I'm just saying. Oh, I can't wait another week and a half, and I'll be on my regular schedule.
I know this is a weird ass shit.
Getting off so late, right?
I swear.
I'm like up here chilling on my break, and then I still got 2 more hours. But honestly, I officially finished my training today, and we finished early. So now we're just gonna practice, and I'm fine with that. I feel a lot more comfortable after today, and I'm ready to sell some shit and get that extra money. Hey Cole, now you taking it too far, Hobie. Hold on, my dog she ain't got nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah, we talking about the dog.
Right, you talking about your dog is one of them. My dog ain't dead. If she was dead, I would have to buy her food and treats every month.
And I wouldn't have to pick up her shit when we go for walks.
Or pay to take her to the groomers to get her ass washed because she stink. Cole, you have a very, very vivid imagination.
Do the music be too loud up here? Yeah.
No, but tomorrow.
You probably have to be dead silence.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be taking calls. So, but like I said, it won't be for much longer. So by the time you get home and get the stream started up, even if you start the stream at like 3:20, 3:30, I'll be getting off by 3:30. I'll be off the phones by 3:25. Oh, she's a reincarnated spirit?
Oh, damn.
Okay. You know who I was in my past life? Was I poor? Was I a cockroach? Jimmy Brown said G. Alright, I gotta skip my way back to work. You want me to leave this up here for you or no?
No.
Come on, little bits.
Keep it open. That's warm up there.
That's what I'm saying to you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll close it because I ain't want them beats to drip down there. If you close this door and that door, it gives like some kind of buffer. Alright, so we got some letters on there. So now, let's now turn this one more time. Okay, and now let's kind of focus on these headphones. Is what we about to do, right? Mm.
these guys. These guys, I bet you hate them. I hate them. I think everybody hates them. Most people don't seem to have managed to complete the second stage of this game, but today I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to destroy these guys. And not only them, you're going to learn how to destroy their dad, and you're going to learn how to destroy everything else you encounter in this game, because this is it. This is the trick. This is the one thing you need to learn to get through this game, how to defend and counterattack. Now, before we go any further, we've got to make sure that we're all talking about the same things, so I'm going to clarify a few terms, what they mean and how you do them. So first we've got blocking. Blocking in Sifu is done by holding L1. Just hold it, press nothing else, and you'll just stand still, arms raised. This is fine, and you can defend most attacks. I'd say about 90% of the attacks in this game you can just block like this and you'll be safe. High or low, you'll be absolutely fine. The thing you need to be careful of is, when you block, it fills up your structure gauge at the bottom of the screen. Most attacks will just put a tiny bit of structure damage on there, but the big attacks, especially the attacks when the enemy's hands or feet glow a different colour, they add a massive chunk. You can probably only block about one combo string that includes an orange attack. If you block 2 strings with an orange attack, it's going to break your guard, you're going to get stunned, you're going to take fat damage, and you're probably going to die. So what do we need to do to avoid these? Well, we need to use the other kinds of defensive options we have. We need to either parry or avoid. You can also dodge using the right trigger, and it's alright, it doesn't really work like you might think it does compared to other games, so I'd recommend you just don't use it. You can parry attacks by just tapping L1 at the time of impact of an attack. It's quite tricky, the time is quite tight, but it works for both high and low attacks, and increases the enemy's structure damage. Very cool, but it's hard to use when you're a beginner. You can avoid attacks by holding L1 and pressing any direction on the left stick. If you press up, you will avoid low attacks like sweeps. If you press any other direction like down or left or right, and this isn't relative to which way your character is facing, by the way, you will dodge any other attack, including throws. Avoiding moves fills your focus bar, and avoiding certain moves, like the last move in a combo, makes the enemy freeze frame for a moment. If you attack them during this stun, they'll be unable to block for a longer time, meaning you can usually finish off one of your combos and knock them down. Now there's still an element of timing to using the avoids, but it feels more lenient than the parries, so I'd recommend you just use that as your go-to defense. So let's get back to these big orange attacks. You need to start trying to avoid them. How do we practice this? Let's use these guys from the beginning of the game. So if we just hold block, let's just listen to the sound effects of us blocking the attacks. Now see, there's a definite rhythm there, right? Like you can hear it, it goes 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next time he does this, what we're going to do now is we're going to block the 1, 2, and then we're going to avoid on the 3. So here we go. 1, 2. See how I left a ghostly after image? That means we nailed it. Now it's our time to hit him. I'd just use heavy attack combo to begin. You should get an easy knockdown. So this is the most simple way I can explain this to you. It's how you should approach every enemy in the game. Stand and block, get a feel for the timing of their combos, and then start inputting avoids for the last hits. You're going to die while you're figuring this out and learning the patterns, but be patient. Before you know it, you'll be instinctively dodging everything. Right, so back to these guys. They're called disciples, by the way. So the reason these guys are tricky is threefold. 1, they can shrug off your attacks. You can hit them and it won't interrupt what they're doing like it does for most other enemies. 2, they're the first enemies that mix up their high and low attacks frequently, and this is going to catch you out, and that's because the avoiding is attack height specific. So if you do a high avoid and they do a low attack, you'll get hurt. 3, they've got a multitude of combos they can do, maybe 4 or 5 different attack strings, and they can seemingly switch up the end attack however they like, which makes them the first enemies you really have to watch closely to overcome. Now the trick is that the rhythm is generally the same for every combo. They give you enough time on the last attack to read what they're doing, so they might do a 1, 2, 3, or they might do a 1, 2, 3, 4. That last hit always has a nice big delay before it, and they'll do either a straight punch, or they'll do a spin around sweep thing. So what you want to do is just block. Listen to the timing again. 1, 2, 3. You feel the delay? Listen again. That gap between 2 and 3 is big enough for you to watch what they do. If they start spinning around, you know you've got to do the up avoid. If they don't spin around, you know you've got to do the down avoid. Then just smash that heavy attack combo again. Easy. With a bit of practice, you can end up avoiding all 3 attacks, or if you're feeling really swish, parry the first 2 and avoid the last for maximum efficiency. So anyway, this is fine for this first disciple, but what about when you got to fight two at once? Yeah, this is a bit harder. It's hard because your temptation is going to be, if I successfully dodge, then I'm going to hit him. But don't just do that without thinking. You've got to make sure to watch both of them at once. You've got to make sure that you're safe to attack. Use your focus to put one temporarily out of action. Keep away from the walls so the camera doesn't screw you over, and try and keep them both in view. Focus on killing one before the other. You should only need to land 2 combos on them each to defeat them. If you're unlucky enough that they both attack at once, I would recommend just hold block and watch for the final moves of their string and concentrate on avoiding those. You can also try using that right trigger dodge thing that I don't like that much. With a bit of practice and patience, that should be it. Now, the thing that's good about this strategy, as I said, is that it's going to carry you through the whole game. Let's quickly look at Sean, who you'll fight just after those 2 chumps from earlier. He's got 2 combos, but the mix-up is different. Both of his combos are all high attacks, but if you block and listen, he will either go 1, 2, 3, or he will go 1, 2, delay 3. So all you need to do is watch the animations. If you see him start to spin his stick around, you know he's going to do the 1, 2, 3. If he doesn't do that, you know you're going to need to put a tiny delay in before you do that final avoid. So use this approach for every new enemy you meet. Block their attacks, listen to the sound, learn the animations. That's what you need to do. All enemies, even the bosses, only have a few combos at most. Watch for the telltale animations, remember what's coming, and react appropriately. You can do it, guys! I hope this has been helpful. I'm planning on doing some more videos. Maybe we'll do some videos on how to beat the bosses. Would you like to see that? Give me a shout in the comments if you'd like to see that. Take it easy, and good luck out there.
Spring savings are in bloom at Raymore and Flanagan. Get up to 30% off select items and 10% off everything else.
Hey, it's Jisoo, and I hope you're having a great day. If you are looking for easy ways, easy combos to defeat your enemies, you've come to the right place. We are right now in our hideout, and we are going to use this to practice our combos. The very first move we are going to learn is not really a combo, but it's more like a way to keep your enemies on the ground. You know about the sweep. It's down, up, triangle. But the game doesn't tell you that you can do that even when the enemy is on the ground. And if you do it properly, you can stun lock them on the ground. So once the enemy is on the ground, all you have to do is sweep, sweep, and repeat. Up, down, triangle. Up, down, triangle. Up, down, triangle. You don't even have to move a finger. Up, down, triangle. It is a very simple and satisfying move to pull, but do keep in mind that bosses will get up after 2 or 3 kicks, and everybody else you can just stun lock them. The second move is going to require you to push your enemies first, and there are 2 ways to do so in the game. Firstly, there is palm strike, which is down, up, square, which you can do at any point during a combo. However, the second one, directional throw, can only be performed post parry or understand the enemy. Now we just need to master that one move, down, up, square, to push the enemies back. Palm strike. Palm strike. There we go. Palm strike. Now the other way to push your enemies back is to use directional throw, which is square X, but you only can do so when after you dodge or when they are stunned. So you just need to wait for them to give you a window like that, and then after you have about 1 second to input your throw like that. You can also stun them by throwing things at them, which bypass having to wait for them to attack. And now we're going to learn a follow-up attack using either chasing strikes on the pushed enemy or chasing trip kick, my personal favorite because it guarantees they're going to be on the ground up while sweeping. So now we just need to input square right after we push them using palm strike, then square. And you have to input it very fast, otherwise you'll just be pushed too far away. So either you use palm strike and then square, or palm strike and triangle for trip kick, and then you just beat the shit out of them. Oh yeah, this is so good. Keep in mind that you have about 2 seconds right after you parry or perfect dodge an enemy to do whatever you want before they recover and start blocking. You can use that time to punch them a couple of times, and then you follow those punches with directional throw or pump strike, and it's up to you to either use chasing trip kick or chasing strikes. Also, when the enemy is very close to a wall, you should use that to advantage, because once they hit the wall the first time, they get stunned for 1 second where you can push them again. And we're going to use that to perform the combo we just learned. So, right after the attack, you directional throw them once or pump strike, and then we can do that a second time right before they recover. But now we're going to push them once on the wall, and the second time we're going to push them toward the middle where we can perform trip kick. And then you just start sweeping on the ground. Again, one more time. After you dodge, you push them on the wall once, then in the middle, and then you start kicking. Pretty easy and straightforward. Also, if you're standing really close to a ledge and you directional throw the enemy towards it, he's going to go over it. Just like that. And it's even more satisfying than sweeping them. Actually, no, that's a lie. Sweeping is the best. So one more time, after a dodge, you throw them towards the wall, then towards the middle, chasing trip kick, and then you start sweeping. Until they die. Or until you miss an input, just like I did. Okay, on to the next one. Now, to perform the following combos, we're going to need two things. Two very powerful moves. First is charge back fist, which is performed by just holding triangle. And the next one is flowing claw, which is done by pressing quickly square and triangle. Charge back fist is really good. It's really good because it's going to automatically stun the enemy, and if they are stunned, it means they can be thrown. So this is why you can open them up by using charge back fist, and then perform a throw, chasing trip kick or chasing strikes, sweep them, and there you go. Now, flowing claw is a pretty silly move. It's a pretty silly move, but it's also really good. All you have to do is press square and triangle really fast. Not both of them together, square and then triangle. And he's going to have his back turned on the enemy. And then you can input charge back fist by just holding triangle. The great thing about this is that sometimes they think because your back is turned, they can attack you. But then you can follow that up with square. So press first flowing claw, then square 2 times. Once your back is turned, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with the combo. You can either go for the full claw attack by pressing square, which you can end by sweeping them, or you go for the back fist, which can stun them, allowing you to throw them, and then you can perform a full chasing trip kick. Sometimes they can even die in this one combo, which is really good. This one is not a combo per se, it's just something you should know you can do. At any point, you can cancel your attacks by either dodging or dashing. So you either dodge or change stance, or you can just dash. And sometimes you can find yourself in tricky situations, especially when using back fist, because back fist leaves you open before it's fully charged. So if you see your enemy coming too close to you, you can just cancel it by dashing or by just blocking or dodging. And there you go. Those moves are really good in general, but they're especially good against bosses, because now you know what to do after you parry them or perfectly dodge them, instead of just trying to catch them off guard, which can be really hard, especially with the last 3 bosses. So now you have a mean to actually close the distance, throw them, put them on the ground, and gives you time to actually breathe. So this is all we're going to learn today. You can cancel your move, you can back fist, and there you go. It's change the combos. Siphon is very creative in the way you want to do things. So all the tools are given to you to do whatever you want. Master them and you become Sifu. I hope the video helps you toward completing the game, but Sifu isn't really about completion, it's about mastery. So I really hope you master Sifu. If you like the video and find it instructive, be sure to drop a like, to comment, and hey, to subscribe. Yeah, we like those. So yeah, that was all for today. I'll be back again because I love this game. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.
The winner becomes a king, and the loser a thief.
Ziploc is designed to keep frozen fish fresh, so you can unlock today's catch. Ziploc, unlock life. S.C. Johnson.
And we're back with another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and thanks for your patience on this one. We don't get every game early, but today we're talking about Gran Turismo 7. PlayStation's big racing sim franchise is back here with the latest from the developers Polyphony Digital. Now, if you've never played a GT game before, and I don't really think we've done any Before You Buy videos for any of them really, just know that they are high quality, typically painstakingly detailed racing simulation games. And 7 continues the trend here, straight up. It's another Gran Turismo game, and it's got a lot to offer. It's a little bit different from the pack, different style of play and gameplay layout than your standard racing games, and a few other little things I'll get into, because there's definitely some good and bad here, but Gran Turismo Racing is skewed more towards the realer side of things. You're not barreling through traffic or hitting cool jumps in the desert really as much. No, you're on race courses and the game demands perfection. I'm talking by the book, clean racing. It's the name of the game here. So you should know that going in if you've never played these. It's all car passion and races, and not really too much personality. That's kind of unfair though, because these games do kind of have their own distinct identity. And what's refreshing to some is just how simple and kind of old-fashioned Gran Turismo is. It's basically a career racing map that you grind through by yourself. You know, the multiplayer is there, but the main focus on the main map is just you, racing, cars, collecting, and tuning. It's kind of humble and not overblown, which is nice. Unfortunately, you do need to be connected to the internet and GT servers to play the single player, which is an odd choice, but otherwise, the solo fare is pretty decent. There are a lot of menus and pages and screens. These games have always kind of had that, and if anything, GT7 doubles down on it. You need to grind through and progress by completing races and winning and collecting certain cars. Now, you're going to need to progress for a few hours to actually unlock everything, like the multiplayer lobbies and stuff. A lot of the main gist is working through the cafe menus. Now, you go to the cafe on the map, and they give you these menus that give you certain tasks to complete, almost like little mission objectives, in order to unlock more races on the world race map and stuff. It all works fine and good if it's a bit simple and a little repetitive, but if you like cars, completing a lot of this stuff nets you fun little factoids and a little overview conversation about certain cars or brands or styles, new and old. You're often given like a whole history lesson complete with old archival footage or photos, and it can be pretty interesting. Each car has listings and like a little bit of history or a video you can access too, as well as a link to their official website. I actually really like all this. This is the game's main charm, what it really has to offer, just cool car enthusiast stuff. Where it stumbles is trying to inject a little more personality to the world map career progression stuff. There are all these characters that talk to you about cars and what to do next, and most of the time they just look like little stock image people. And some of it can get a little old after a while. It's just kind of simple, inoffensive stuff, but it might come off extremely bland to some. Still, despite spending so much time in menus and maps, that's the Gran Turismo thing. It always felt like a car enthusiast chill lounge, from the music to the presentation. And that definitely continues here. As much as you're having fun racing and stuff, there's a lot of fun in looking at the individual stats of every car and going in and fine-tuning things, tweaking your tires, buying a new computer for your car, tweaking the camshaft, suspension, anything really. And it's just kind of like you're hanging out and looking at some stats and having fun, if that's your type of thing. Cars still don't show any damage modeling though. There's no damage. Just keep that in mind. I know that still really pisses some people off. What I really do enjoy is the distinct music. They've always had a good thing going with kind of relaxing music that isn't always popular licensed tracks. They've used jazz a lot in the past sometimes, and just kind of more loungy music, like lounge music. I don't know what that genre is, but here they do some cool classical music, modern music fusion that just gives it some cool identity. And of course there are still some licensed tracks too for during the races that are of various genres. But the races themselves, man, like I said, the gameplay requires a bit more realistic precision, and it all feels pretty damn great. Racing is challenging, and the sense of speed is decent, if not really over the top. The best thing about it is the DualSense implementation, at least for me. You feel the road through the haptic feedbacks. If you hit a curb or a side bumper, the acceleration and the braking have some tension to them, and the triggers and shifting gears feels significant through the controller. It's significant, and it's harder or softer shifts depending on the type of car you're using, which is pretty sweet. I was expecting that level of detail just playing previous games, and I'm glad I got it here. Also, the assists are really well done here, especially if you've never played these. I will say, even depending on which option you choose jumping in, a lot of the assists are turned on, and it makes the game just straight up way less fun. They're not assists to make driving easier, they almost straight up just feel like shackles that make the game and make the driving boring. But don't get me wrong, having assists is good, playing with assists is fine. Plenty of people need them, and it's understandable, but we've just seen them implemented in games better. You can have plenty of assists and it can still feel fun, and with Gran Turismo it doesn't really. It feels super stiff. Thankfully, the game, through the licensed training system that serves as kind of both tutorials and mini challenges, does a good job of actually teaching you the game and the ins and outs of braking and cornering and being precise and racing all proper like. Now, as you go, you'll find yourself turning off more and more of the assists if you want. I found a sweet spot after quite a few hours of having about 85-90% of them switched off. I like driving aggressively, and even if the game doesn't really want me to do that, it still kind of lets me do that, and I'm glad for it. Still, the level of options and freedoms is great, and I just thought it was worth highlighting for beginners and enthusiasts. Without practice, cars will just feel like boats that don't turn but are also extremely slippery, and it might disappoint some people at the jump. But with time, you can really get into it and figure out how to master a course. And for the race courses, there are a lot of options. You want simple arcade races, you want something longer with a ton of laps, you want this grueling, realistic race, you want a different time of day, or maybe even rain, which they do a good job with here. You get all these options, and the game